Our 3D world is an evolutionary glitch. Go ahead, take a look around. The chair you're sitting on feels solid, right? The light in your room seems real. The slow, steady march of time itself feels constant and true. Everything your senses are telling you right now is screaming that the world is exactly as you see it. But what if they're lying? What if this 3D world isn't the real reality? What if it's a beautiful, useful, and utterly convincing illusion? This isn't just a thought experiment. It's a revolutionary idea bubbling up from neuroscience, evolutionary biology, and even mathematics. And it points to one startling conclusion. Our brains didn't evolve to show us the world as it is. They evolved to give us a simplified user interface, one designed for a single purpose: survival. You're not looking through a window into reality. You're wearing a headset. And today, we're going to look at the provocative theory that suggests this is the case. Section 1. The first crack in the mirror. To understand how deep this rabbit hole goes, we need to start with a simple, undeniable fact. Your senses are already leaving stuff out, and they're not even subtle about it. Think about vision. The light that you perceive is just a laughably tiny sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum. It's a whole rainbow of energy, from long, lazy radio waves to frantic, energetic gamma rays. Yet, your eyes only detect a minuscule band in the middle we call visible light. All that other information, the Wi-Fi signals passing through your body right now, the radio waves carrying voices and music, is completely invisible to you. It's there, but your brain has decided it's not relevant to the game of survival, so it simply doesn't render it. And it's not just light. A dog experiences the world through a symphony of smells we can't even begin to comprehend. Bats and dolphins build a 3D model of their world using sound, echolocation, a sense we completely lack. Then there's color itself. Color doesn't exist out there in the world. What's out there are just photons with different wavelengths. The experience of red is a sensation, a story your brain tells itself when a certain type of photon hits your retina. It's a useful label, but it's an internal experience. Some neuroscientists, like Anil Seth, refer to our perception as a kind of controlled hallucination. This isn't a flaw, it's a design feature. Your brain is a filtering machine, tossing out almost all of reality to present you with a streamlined, manageable version. These aren't just small errors. They are massive, systematic omissions. This creates the first crack in the mirror. It forces us to ask, if our senses are already leaving so much out and interpreting what's left, what else are they getting wrong? What if the most fundamental things we perceive, space, time, and the very solidity of objects, are also just part of the show? Section 2. Shattering the glass, the evolutionary why. This brings us to a controversial but fascinating idea from cognitive scientist Donald Hoffman. He argues this isn't a glitch in the pejorative sense, but from the standpoint of natural selection, it's the greatest trick our ancestors ever pulled off. The guiding principle of evolution isn't truth, it's fitness. Evolution doesn't care if your view of the world is accurate. It only cares if you survive long enough to have kids. Hoffman and his colleagues formalized this with a concept they call the fitness beats truth, FBT, hypothesis. Using evolutionary game theory, they ran computer simulations where digital organisms competed for resources. Some were programmed to perceive reality more accurately. Others were programmed to see a simplified interface that only showed them fitness points: what to eat, what to mate with, and what to run from. The result? The organisms that spent their energy trying to perceive the complex truth were consistently outcompeted by the organisms that just saw the simple, useful icons. Why? Because perceiving unfiltered truth is incredibly slow and energy-intensive. Your brain already burns about 20% of your body's calories. Imagine if it had to process every quantum fluctuation and every stray particle in the universe. You'd be paralyzed by information. Evolution doesn't reward the philosopher who stops to contemplate the atomic structure of an approaching tiger. It rewards the creature who sees a simplified danger icon and runs. This is the radical idea. We may have traded truth for a shortcut, and that trade is the reason we're here today. Section 3. Shattering the glass. The neuroscience how. So, evolution might provide the why. But how does the brain actually pull this off? Modern neuroscience has totally overturned the old idea of the brain as a passive camera. Instead, your brain is an active construction machine. It's a prediction engine. Right now, your brain is taking noisy, ambiguous signals from your senses. Based on a lifetime of past experiences, it makes its best guess about what's out there and literally generates your reality from the top down. The sensory information just corrects any errors in the prediction. This is why optical illusions work so well. They expertly hack this prediction system. Studies have even identified neurons in our visual cortex that respond to illusory contours, actively filling in lines and shapes that aren't physically in the image, revealing the constructive nature of sight. The most powerful analogy for this, proposed by Hoffman, is the desktop user interface. When you see a blue rectangular icon for a file on your computer, you know the file itself isn't blue or rectangular. The icon is a representation of the file itself, not a direct representation of the file itself, blue or rectangular. The icon is a simple, useful fiction that hides the overwhelming complexity of circuits and code, allowing you to get stuff done. You don't need to know about transistors to write an email. You just click the icon. Hoffman argues that this is exactly what our perception does. The 3D world you see is your desktop. Space and time are the dimensions of the screen, and the physical objects within it, a chair, a tree, another person, are just icons. The icon of an apple isn't the true, mind-boggling reality of swirling quantum fields. It's a useful symbol that tells you, you can eat this. Your brain didn't evolve to show you the truth. It may have evolved to give you useful icons to click, so you could win the game of life. We're about to go one level deeper into the math, suggesting the odds of us seeing reality as it truly is are, according to this theory, next to none. It's a mind-bending concept, and if you want to keep questioning the nature of your reality with us, take a moment to subscribe and hit that notification bell. It helps us continue to explore these big ideas. Section 4. The mathematical reality. This isn't just a clever philosophical stance, it's backed by a mathematical argument. The same evolutionary game theory models that suggest fitness beats truth also make a stunning quantitative prediction. According to their calculations, the probability that any species in any environment would evolve to see objective reality as it is virtually zero. Think about it this way. The number of ways to map reality onto a simplified, fitness-based interface is enormous. The number of ways to map it onto the one, single truth is tiny. Evolution, being a largely random process, is almost guaranteed to land on a useful fiction rather than the one in a trillion truth. This idea, while controversial, resonates with what modern physics has been telling us for a century. The world of fundamental physics is nothing like our everyday experience. It's a world of abstract mathematical structures, of probability waves and quantum fields. At that level, our intuitive notions of solid objects and a definite here and there break down. Physicists gave up on a simple, intuitive picture of the world a long time ago. So why are we so attached to it? Perhaps the 3D world we perceive isn't the fundamental story of physics, but the story our brains tell themselves because it's a good enough approximation to navigate our little corner of the universe. Section 5. The New Reality. So, if our world is an interface, an illusion, does that mean nothing is real? Is it all a lie? Not at all. And this is the most beautiful part of the idea. The user interface isn't a bug. It might be our single greatest feature. Your reality is functionally real. The icon of a truck on your desktop can still kill you. The illusion is real in its consequences, but it may not be fundamentally real. It's a simplified representation, a headset that mercifully hides a reality so complex and alien that our brains simply couldn't handle it raw. It allows us to act, to love, to build, and to play the game of life without being crushed by the weight of infinite information. Conclusion. This perspective doesn't take away from the beauty of the world. It adds layers of mystery to it. It suggests that the reality we don't see is infinitely grander and more profound than our limited senses could ever show us. The world behind the interface is an undiscovered country. What we call space and time might just be the formatting of our species-specific headset. The objects we see might be projections of a much deeper reality. This reframes the human quest for knowledge. Science isn't about just observing the world as it is. It's about trying to reverse engineer the headset. It's about using our tools, mathematics, logic, and experiment, to peer behind the icons and glimpse the true code of the cosmos. The glitch that created our 3D world isn't an endpoint. It's a starting line. It forces us to ask the most profound question of all. If this world is an interface we are experiencing, then what exactly are we? What is the consciousness that is looking through the headset? And what happens when we finally learn how to take it off?